Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today is Monday, 27th of October, 2025. It's been a beautiful day. It's quite windy here in Sydney, Australia. And I love Mondays, man. I love Mondays. It's the start of a fresh week. Um, you know, another ability to get after whatever you're trying to achieve. So I love Mondays, man. Plus, markets open on Mondays. And as a trader, um, as someone who loves trading, that's what you find passion and fulfillment in that. But anyways, in this video, I wanted to, hold on a sec. Let me get some green tea. I wanted to talk about the power of the mind and the fact that our ability to manifest and create our own reality is so powerful, and so powerful. Like, I know it's a little bit cringe, but the law of attraction and manifestation and this kind of like laws of the universe, metaphysics, it's all true. And it's not just limited to spiritual girls who are into Krishna and all that. Like, it applies to everyone, and I've seen it apply in my life. Like, I can't even explain. Like, my belief in my ability to manifest is so strong, and that's because I've just seen it time and time and time again. So even right now, like, here's a small example, but I'll give you other examples throughout my life as well. I've been meditating, and weirdly, like, in my meditation, I'm sitting at this spot, right? And there's a waterfall on the left, and there's gushing down water. And then I can see a river, and the water is clear, it's crystal clear. And I've been meditating at that spot for a couple of days now, and I'm seeing waterfalls everywhere. Man, I don't use social media much, but today I opened Instagram, I clicked on someone's story, and it was a waterfall. I'm watching a TV show, there's a waterfall. I'm seeing waterfalls everywhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. It sounds a bit weird. It sounds like a coincidence, but when you've gone through as much that I've gone through, when you understand the power of the mind, you know it's not a coincidence. So another example is, so earlier in this year when I was single, um, I mean, it was recently single, and I was visualizing the girl that I wanted to date next. Not so much as to how she looked like, more so how she was towards me, right? Her characteristics, the kind of feeling that we would have towards each other. But I wanted someone who was, where my parents are from, where I'm from, which is Nepal, or Desi, so like Indian Nepal, brown. Um, and last year, so I gave myself, so I separated from a relationship towards the end of the year, and I gave myself, I said, okay, I'm not going to start dating again until 2025. And then once 2025 came around, and I had that intention of, this is the type of girl, this is the type of feeling that I want to to manifest in my life. As soon as I said in my mind I was ready to start exploring again, the exact type of girl appeared, man. The exact type of girl appeared. And I wasn't even like chasing or anything. It was just like she found me, and then the connection, it was just so authentic. I can't even explain it. It was like exactly how I visualized it. But in that period of where I wasn't, actively looking, I'd be visualizing, and I'd be feeling the feeling. And then I knew it was just a matter of time. I knew it was just a matter of time. So then there's that. When I was learning trading and getting into trading, I would it sounds a bit cringy, but I'd have this affirmations I would listen to at the gym. It was trading affirmations. It was like a 10-minute video I just have over and over and over and over again. And at that time, like, I didn't have a profitable strategy. I was still learning. I was still, going through the motions of understanding how to control my emotions, fighting with my greed, and still developing my strategy. But I just listened to it, and I would visualize as well. What would it feel like? What would I do once I became successful? And like now, just right now, it feels like I have the strategy, and it feels like it came to me, bro. Even though I've been consistent, and I'm showing up every day. You know, I look at the markets, I continuously test the strategy, I forward test and back test. But it just feels so effortless. That's how I can explain it. When you hold the intention, and even though you're putting in the work, it feels effortless. Like it's attracting to you. You don't have to go out and get it. It's coming to you. So like there's that. There's when I was in year 11, I was sick of being an underachiever in academics, because I look at my parents and like, you know, my dad's a PhD, my mom's a master's. They were always topping their schools, like topping their grades when they were in school. And I just set a really, really wild goal. I was like, I want to get a 95 ATAR. I want to get a 95. The ATAR in Australia is basically your score once you finish high school, and determines if you can, what courses you can study in university. And at the time, like 95 ATAR for me, who was getting D's and E's and, you know, just was not an academics person, it was like fanciful, right? It was wishful thinking. But I set the intention and I had it on my wall, 95 ATAR. And then I just started putting the work, man. And I would visualize, like every single assessment, I would visualize what would it feel like once I got the mark back. And I'd always visualize like me doing this and like feeling like I got the mark for every single little assessment, but then visualizing the overall goal as well. So it's, you know, macro and micro. And then, man, I basically transformed myself completely. My identity shifted, and that's a big part of it as well. You know, I was studying way more than I used to. I used to go to the library at lunch, and it felt effortless. Like yes, objectively, it took effort for me to do these things, but it came from within. If I didn't go to the library during lunchtime, it felt weird. Like I just had to go, right? And it didn't feel like effort, even though objectively there was effort there. I don't know if you kind of get what I'm saying, but hopefully it makes sense. And then, yeah, by the time I got my result, I got 98.3. Crazy, right? Crazy. And then just like even other things, like just attracting people into my life, attracting health. Like I've suffered 3 meniscus tears to my knees, and I would just tell myself, like, my knees are bulletproof, my body is healthy, I'm an athlete, I'm strong. And even after suffering so many injuries, like, I've recovered and I'm strong, man. Like, I'm doing 90 kilo deadlifts. I'm doing incline running on the treadmill. I can play sport. It's like my brain, the power of my mind, overcame any physical limitation that I had. And I have no reason to lie to you. I have no reason to lie or, you know, engage in puffery and mislead you. I can just share what I've experienced. But the power of the mind, like before thinking about what are the strategies, what are the tips, examine your beliefs, hold the intention. You don't need to know how you're going to do it. You just have to believe that you can do it, and you have to visualize and feel what it's like when you get there. So yeah, look, I'm not the only one that can attest to this. You can go on YouTube. You be careful though. If you go online, there's a lot of people looking to mislead you. But I have no reason to mislead you. Like, I have no reason at all. I just want to help you and share my experience. But yeah, before you do anything, just examine your beliefs. Because if you want to attract, say, love or someone that you think you can fall in love with, but your beliefs is that you can't do it, or you're not worthy of love, or you don't think you're attractive, then no matter what you do, no matter what strategies you employ, communication strategies, it just won't happen, bro. And even if it does, it won't feel natural. You know, people say it just felt natural, like they fell in love. It's a reason it's called falling in love. It's not working towards that. Falling in love, you know, you're letting go. And it's not to say that, it doesn't require effort. It's more like when you hold the intention and you believe it to be true, it's like the effort and the work will come naturally. Like, anyone that knows me knows that I spend so much time like on the charts for my trading and testing my strategies and learning, and in my work as well. I spend a lot of time working, and even like in the gym, I spend a lot of time in the gym. But it doesn't feel like work, man. It doesn't feel like work because I've held the intention. It just like my subconscious is leading me to it. So anyways, that's the video. The power of the mind, the power of visualization, the power of meditation. I hope it helps. I'll see you in the next one.